I'm Stephanie Chiswick. I'm an editor with AMP Publications team. I'm here with Joel Svensson. He's president of Belzona. Thank you so much for joining us today, Joel.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
So today we're going to celebrate a little bit of Belzona's 70th anniversary. We'll talk about maybe the past, present, and future. So why don't you go ahead and give us a bit of a rundown of what 70 years means to you?
Sure. Well, I think my father was very much ahead of his time 70 years ago when he founded Belzona. He walked around England and looked at all of these decaying steel structures and thought this is a terrible waste. We invest all of this effort in building these things just to see them crumble away through corrosion. And if we could find a way to repair and protect these structures and extend their life, it would save tremendously on waste. And that was really very much his passion from the beginning of Belzona, and we continued through to this day to find ways to repair and protect structures to extend their life so they don't have to be replaced, which has, of course, a tremendous environmental benefit.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I think that there are probably a lot of areas where you're able to make a difference. Are there any specific highlights that you want to share from the past 70 years?
Sure. I mean, we began with metal structures and created probably the first practical zinc paints. And then we moved into creating paste grade materials to repair metal structures. We're the first company with truly successful products in that area. We then moved into high temperature materials, so we could provide high temperature protection for steel, particularly in the oil and gas industry where this is a challenge. Belzona was very much a pioneer there, and we've moved through all of the other substrates. I mean, steel was the original area of focus, but we moved on to protect concrete structures and elastomeric type materials, and we're moving forward from there into protecting composite materials on things like wind turbine blades, and we're even starting to move into glass coatings for the solar market.
And what does the present look like for Belzona these days?
Well, I think that we sell pretty much through all industries, particularly heavy the industries. Although the energy sector has long been a big area of success for us, so that and really all the way through from the oil and gas market into the electrical generation and electrical distribution market.
Are there anything that about the R&D or the employees that you've been supporting these days? I guess 2021 has been an interesting year that you want to share.
Well, certainly. I mean, our industry is really it's very much a knowledge industry. It's not just a product industry. So we've long invested very heavily, not just in R&D, but also in the training of our own people, because since we have such a wide variety of products that are used in such a wide variety of industries, we have to have our employees with a very broad level of education for them to be successful and useful to really help our customers solve their problems. So we have long invested very heavily in education, both external education and very heavily internal education. We've compiled thousands of case histories. We have loads and loads of internal education documents. We have our electronic libraries for our people and for our distributors to go through to help educate themselves in how to how to understand the problems that our customers have and how Belzona can help them fix their problems.
That's great. I mean, and what does the next 20 years look like for Belzona?
We see an increasing move towards electrification, and that drives a lot of research from our perspective. We're getting heavily involved into the wind power industry as we move away from fossil fuels for transport. For example, we're going to have to increase the electrical distribution capability, electrical generation capability. So we're looking at battery technology, how we can help battery manufacturers. We're looking very much into the solar and wind power to try to see what issues they have and where we can help them. We already have a bunch of products for the wind power coming out, for example.
That's great. Well, congrats again on your 70th anniversary. Again, this was Joel Svensson, president of Belzona. I'm Stephanie Chiswick, an editor with AMP Publications. And as always, happy coding.
Thank you so much.